Hey Spartans, we're back with another monthly interview with Mr. Stoner. We're starting off hot with a question about 6'7". Mr. Stoner, how do you feel about all the 6'7" brain rot students have been saying?
I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about it. No, it's out of control. We gotta put an end to it. TikTok has to completely ban it from existence. Please help us out. And then get the Facebooks. Now the Facebook moms are hot on this as well. No, it's whatever. It's it's 6 or 7. I don't care. It's whatever it is. It's whatever makes you guys. It brings you guys joy, right? Yeah, it's nonsense is what it is, but it's all good. Yeah. Once Klein starts doing it, I think we got to put an end to it. So it's got to elevate the Klein. Once it gets there, we're done.
Yep, I agree.
Cap on it.
I agree.
So Klein, get after it.
What is one thing people don't understand about being the superintendent?
Well, that I don't make all the decisions. There's this sentiment that I'm the boss per se, but the reality is it's a community, right? So I work for 7 community members who are board members who are elected by the people who live in Sparta. And ultimately, it's a team effort. So it's similar. It's like coaching. It's like head of a band. It's like head of a choir. I mean, it's head of all. The producer or director of a play. We're all in it together. Ultimately, some decisions are mine. I like to think of it as it's a flat organization. We all have jobs. We use a gear. You think about a complex gear system. It has all these gears working together. I'm one of the gears. When I don't do my job, it muddles things up for everybody else. But everyone else's gear has to work too. I have one job. My job has these responsibilities, but it's no more important than a teacher. It's no less important than a principal. We're all equally responsible for the education of kids. So I think the confusion is that, well, you're the boss, you can just say, really the only thing I get to decide, I get to decide because Mother Nature determines it, is I get to cancel school, right? That's really the thing I get to decide. I'm not asking hey, it's 14 inches of snow, Stacy Rumsey, do you want me to call school? We call school, right? So that's really the one thing I get to do kind of independent, but the rest of it is a team effort. So I think that's the one thing people miss. It's a misnomer that I make all the decisions. I have a job, and I make my decisions within my job. It's no different than anybody else. Just roll ahead. But ultimately, when things go ugly, I get the responsibility of that. But that comes with the territory. That's one of my jobs.
You think we're going to use up all our snow days this year?
Well, if you believe the almanac, we are, yeah. So it's supposed to be one of those, even first time, I'm 53 years old. First time I ever heard something called lake effect rains this year. These lake effect rains, what is that? I mean, isn't all the rain lake effect? It comes across the rain. So they keep talking about lake effect snows. We're supposed to get hammered. So, if we get a lot of snow, we're going to get to our 6 days. I haven't done it yet. This is
I've been waiting for it. Right. 3 years in high school.
Yeah, I know. I think we've had is 5. We had 5 snow days. I haven't got to the 6.
I'm hoping for it.
A couple years ago, I don't know if you guys remember Mr. Bush. He came up from the staff, his first staff meeting, and he says, "It's Polar Bear Pete. I don't call snow days. I'm from the UP, etc." He called 15 snow days that year. So I'm not going to make that declaration, but I feel like I'm going to get to 6. We'll see where it goes.
Well, hopefully.
Yeah, that's right. For your senior year, man, you guys deserve it. Either way, you get your 6 days.
What is your favorite Thanksgiving food?
Oh, man, pumpkin pie. That's an easy one. I'm not much of a leftover guy. I don't eat leftovers. I don't like leftovers. I don't really like turkey, but you have to eat it. I'll eat stuffing. I'll have some turkey in that. I'll have some mashed potatoes and gravy. I like green beans. People like gross. I get it. Yeah, but I like green beans. So some green beans, some sweet potatoes, but pumpkin pie. Yeah, no matter how much I eat, there's always space for pumpkin pie. I just got a pumpkin pie from Costco 2 weeks ago, and I ate about 2/3 of it. Yeah, I love it. That's my favorite. I'll crush that all day.
Who's the cook in your family?
On Thanksgiving?
Yep.
Yeah, we go. I've been married for 23 years, so we go to my mother-in-law's every year. She's a fantastic cook. I love my wife. She's a wonderful woman. She's not a great cook, but her mother is. So she does the Thanksgiving, but I cook at home. I do most of the cooking at home. So if we ever hosted Thanksgiving, I do the majority of it. We host Christmas. I do most of the cooking there. That's something I like to do. My wife says I'm a control freak. It's probably true. So I like to be in control of everything. That's why I'm the cook. There may be some truth to that.
What is a memory that has stuck with you since you have been in school?
Oh, man, just any random or a specific
anything.
School memory? Yeah, I did lots, man. School was good for me. I said, I told the story to staff. I was a poor kid, and I was, my parents were high school dropouts, and my dad worked in the factory. We didn't have much, so school was really an outlet to me. My dad worked in the factory. He always came home with his hands all beat up. From really working with, whatever stuff, I don't know where he did, I don't know. They didn't drag you to take your kid to school, take your kid to work day in a factory. So I didn't go out, but he came in, his hands were all, bandaged up. He had two brothers. He'd say to us at the dinner table, I want your brains to look like this. It's kind of his motto for us. So, we always were expected to do well in school. So school was an outlet for me. It was like an opportunity to get out of that, to do something better. That's an expectation, to honor my parents, to do better for myself because they invested in me. So for me, school was just about, learning more, doing more, making more. And honestly, that's, you don't pursue, I would never advise you to pursue life based on a dollar sign. But, again, education, the more education you have, whether that's trade school, whether that's military, whether that's college, all those opportunities, just you advance in pay. So I was just trying to, be as educated as I could so that I could, live a little better than my dad did, provide for my kids a little better than my dad did. So for me, what I remember at school is just the opportunity it gave me. Obviously I had great coaches, I had amazing teachers, people invested in me. I had great friends. I still have great friends from high school. Sports were really important to me, so keeping me kind of channeled and invested in that. But I did pretty well in school relative to some of my buddies. So that helped out. Schools, it's more fun when you feel successful. Right? So what can we do to make sure keep our manufacturing opportunities for kids to be successful is kind of now our mission, right? So, but for me, the memory is just school was an opportunity to improve my life. And I did pretty well with it.
Seems like it.
Yeah, that's right.
You're the head of a
That's right.
school system.
That's right.
Now.
Yeah, I guarantee my buddies at the time would never have predicted it, but here we are. Sometimes you can overcome. Work on that. So.
Yep.
Yeah. Right on.
Alrighty, that is all we have for this month, Spartans. Thank you, Mr. Stoner.
Yeah. Thank you, Ray. Yeah. Good job.